giving Cincinnati a lot of credit for coming in here and playing the way they did. I thought, they're very well coached. Their kids. I thought, they got a really, really special kid in Thomas, and I thought we did a really good job on her in the first half. We held her to 9 points. I thought our defense in the first half was really good. We held them to 23, but they got other production from other areas. Hayes was in double figures, Wilson was in double figures. So tonight she got a little bit more help where they just didn't have to rely on her. For us, I thought the third quarter was big when we started to drive it and get to the rim and got them into some foul trouble. But very uncharacteristic. I thought we just fouled some shooters today that we normally don't do, and we didn't guard the arc like we have been guarding the arc all year. But again, this just goes to show you that we just need to get back in the flow. It was good that we were able to have Bermejo and Bravinkova and Alvarez give us some minutes today. Saniki is still out, but she'll be available on Saturday. I thought Betty defending in the second half was outstanding on the job she did to Thomas when Shea had 4 fouls. You got to be in. We haven't been in a game like this since November, where shot clock, game management, jump ball, timeouts, execution out of timeouts, needing to get a stop, needing to get a basket. That's what this is a game I think that's going to help us down the road.
Okay, we'll take questions. Just a reminder, just raise your hand and I will make sure to call on you. Leah, you have a question?
Sure. Can you? I'm in my car here, so can you hear me, guys?
Leah, drive carefully. What are you doing?
I'm listening to you, Coach. I thought Preventiva's play for you defensively when you needed it tonight was exceptional. And also, Coach, if you could kind of elaborate on your coaching staff assisting you with that great job there down the stretch about where the ball was going to be inbound for Cincinnati late. That was a huge differential for you guys because they came out of their timeout thinking that they were going to get the ball at half court, and they didn't.
Well, when we scored, you got to call that timeout before it's inbounded, and I think, you can take a look at that. I thought they inbounded the ball and called the timeout, so they didn't have a chance to advance it. So I thought that helped us out a ton. I thought, Brabi helped us with her length guarding a shooter because they were, Pinzan having to bring up the ball for 45 minutes and then having to run around and guard a shooter. I thought Brabi's length bothered Wilson and was able to contest some of those shots and bother her a little bit. But we needed a couple baskets, and Harvey got to the free throw line twice. She had a big drive down the baseline, sideline out of bounds. She set a really, really good screen to bring Betty off that cut and gave her a great pass. I thought Pinzan's pass in the middle of traffic against their zone and then that pass at the end of the game were huge.
Thank you.
Leo Haggerty, question? Leo, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Coach, you start off 1 of 4, 3 in the first half. You get to 1 of 19 before your second one. It looked like you were getting good looks. It was just one of those nights it wouldn't go down.
Yeah, we hadn't shot this poorly all year. We're a good shooting team, but then, I thought we started to drive it and get the ball inside. There's a big difference taking shots in a game and taking shots in workouts and in practice, you know. And it's a little bit of that flow that we've missed with that. But again, I mean, that's no excuse. We got too many good basketball players on this team for us to not make, you know, there were wide open shots. There were good looks. So, you know, we got to move forward, and next game, make sure we get our shooters good passes, they get their feet set, they don't rush, and they make shots.
Nathan, you have a question?
Hey, Coach, can you speak to the importance of Betty and Sydney down the stretch there? It seemed it was a two-woman game on the offensive end for them, and how important it was to be able to make those free throws down the stretch when they kept fouling.
Yeah, you know, well, I think, you know, with Robbie and Maria, both those guys are more spot-up shooters, and you run them off of screens. You know, we miss Elle being on the floor, because what does Elle do well? Elle can put it down and get to the rim, right? And she can attack people and break stuff down. Then I thought Sid drove it, got to the free throw line, and so did Betty.
Francisco, have a question?
Coach, you guys played
Packed
some,
house tonight over here.
Coach, you guys played some really great defense on Amari Thomas tonight. Shea did a really great job on her in the second half. What was the game plan going in tonight? Because I saw a lot of ball denial with her, and then they try to fear up using her as a screener and stuff like that. What was your guys' game plan for Thomas?
The game plan was not to let her get 35 like she did last time. She had nine in the first half, and you know, good players are good. I mean, she's a really, really good basketball player. And tonight for them, she hit 2 threes, one in the first half and one in the second half. Anytime she came off an on-ball screen, we wanted to double her. We wanted to, if she caught it on the block, she does such a great job positioning and catching the basketball and making a quick move and not allowing herself to get doubled. So we had to go undersized with Betty, but one thing that Betty did a good job was taking her out. You know, she's got a little bit more size.
Thank you.
Leo?
Coach, you finally get that stop with 39 seconds to go up one. You're emphatic about taking the ball for a timeout on that left side. Did you already have that play in mind, what you wanted to run?
Yeah, without a doubt.
All right, Nathan, do you have a question?
Coach, you face Tulane on Saturday. They're coming off a pretty close loss against Central Florida. What does Tulane do well that can kind of disrupt some of the better teams in the conference?
Oh, you know, they got a really good player, Crystal Freeman, but I think they got perimeter guys like Jerkayla Jordan, Ursula Clark, Selma Bates, Dinah Jones, the kid Cheatham. So, I mean, our perimeter guys have to do a great job keeping them in front of us and us guarding the arc, you know, and then we collectively have to do a great job defending Freeman. I thought, you know, it was so long ago, but it was January 13th. That was the last game we played in conference before we went on this shutdown, and we just played 2 games in 5 days. So now we're going to play 3 games in 8 days, being off 30 days. So.
Francisco?
Coach, you kind of mentioned it earlier, but you know, it wasn't a great shooting night, but you guys are still able to pull it out, you know, getting towards the home stretch of the season, going into the tournament. There's going to be games like this come March where the ball might not be falling, but you guys need to find a way to pull out wins like you did tonight. So what's the importance of a game like this heading into the tournament and postseason play?
That's what I talk to our kids. You know, the most important thing is we got to stay together. You know, we got to string stops. You know, we got to get in a close game like this. We got to try and get a string some stops and then go on a 7-0 run, 10-2 run, so we can extend. We're just not trading baskets, right? And getting up two possessions, right? 4 or 5 points, and it just didn't get to that.
Okay, one final question for Coach. Leo, go ahead, and then we'll have the girls.
Coach, you finally get the lead at 7:08, and then 2 of the next 3 possessions down, they call a foul on a 3-point shooter. Normally, that's not your style. You know how to defend. Think that was a little ticky-tack?
I don't know. I got to go back. I wasn't very happy at my Italian friend, but we'll take a look at it. But we'll see, Leo. I mean, we pride ourselves in defending the arc and just making sure we just challenge and contest.
Mm-hmm.
And they made it, and she made her 6 free throws, but we can't do that. In that one possession, before we fouled the 3-point shooter, we fouled twice. We committed 3 fouls in 25 seconds. That's just not us.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Coach.
All right, guys.
Thanks. And now we will have Elisa Pinzan.
Go back and watch.
We will have Elisa Pinzan
Then we talk about it.
Mr. Kelly said you fouled.
Not the second one.
stepping up right now.
Exactly, right there. Look at the proof down there.
Okay, questions for Elisa? Francisco, go ahead. Thank you.
Elisa, congrats on the win. It was a tough shooting night for you guys, but you hit a 3 late in the 4th quarter, and you just saw like the expression of relief on your face. What was going through your mind after a really tough, shooting night for all of you, really?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty disappointed on my 1-8 on the 3-point line, but it was that time that they called me a foul on the defensive end, and I didn't agree, but like they called it, so that's what it is. But I just had energy inside, and I was just like, I'm gonna knock it down because I know that I can do that, and that's energy brought me to knock it down.
Any other questions for Elisa?
Can you talk about your guys' defense late in the 4th quarter and into overtime? You guys were just hovering all over the court, getting steals. How big was that for you guys just to turn around the momentum, not only defensively, but also get your offense going after a cold night?
I think that was the key because, as you say, like we didn't shoot the ball well. And when you don't shoot the ball well, you gotta get stop in defense, and that's what we did. And especially when you get good stop in defense, that's what is gonna happen. Like in the offensive end, we're gonna knock shot down. Instead, if you don't defense really well, then you get upset on defensive end. On the offensive end, it's not gonna translate it. So I think that's carry over to the offensive end and help us win this game.
Thank you.
Scott, you have a question for Elisa?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, just simple fatigue. I mean, you had this layoff, and how do you feel? You played every minute, and how much does that affect you guys' play?
I mean, I'm a little tired, but it's okay. Like that's what the game that we love, and I love playing. So, but I mean, a lot of players play big minutes because also Betty didn't get out of the court. Shea played 43, Sid played 41. So, and that is a credit to us that the coach is trusting us. All the staff is trusting us. And so that feels good. Also, if we're going to get tired, that feels good. It's something that they're trusting us. And if we are on the court, there is a reason.
Thank you.
Anything else for Elisa? Okay, we'll let her go. And we finally have Sydney Harvey.
Okay.
Okay, questions for Sydney? Scott? Yeah.
Hey, Sydney, so again, you guys were playing, I just asked the same question. I just want to get your point of view. A lot of minutes, and does that affect your shot, the fatigue? Can you just talk about that? It's, you know, players talk about that all the time. They get tired and their shots off just a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we played a lot, so we're a little bit fatigued, but that's when you just got to put a little extra legs in or whatever, and you just get energy. I mean, we're just excited to be back on the court. We've been off the court for a while, so I just try to not think about that and not take for granted, like playing.
Thank you.
Francisco, do you have a question for Sid?
Sydney, you kind of took over fourth quarter and overtime in terms of the scoring load. Was it just coach giving you the green light, or was it just a mentality like, okay, got to go get buckets? It's kind of been a cold night.
I think it was both. I mean, my shot wasn't falling that great the first half, so I was like, we need to drive, and coach emphasized that we need to get to the basket, get to the free throw line, and once you start hitting some free throws, then your shot starts falling. So I think that's what happened.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Sydney?
No? Okay.
No? Okay. Sid, thank you. Everybody, thank you very much for joining us today. Remember that media availability tomorrow at 12:30 with Coach Fernandez and with Eddie Mununga.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you.